If you've stuck around this channel for any period of time, you'll notice that Ben and I film a lot of time attack. We've got quite an interest in the sport, but we've never brought our own cars to the track. This weekend, that changes. We've come to our local track, Virginia International Raceway, for our first track day.
So this weekend is a typical NASA event where we have our high performance drivers events going on, we have time trial going on, and the road racing going on. The beautiful thing is you really don't have to be a race car driver to come to a NASA event. We have a great ladder system where you can start at HPDE 1 as a total novice. You literally could bring your car to the track, put a helmet on, we put a trained instructor in the car with you, and you get to go as fast as you want to on the track with that instructor teaching you. Whether you have a Ford Escort or whether you have a Ferrari, it really doesn't matter. Just bring it out. It's all about the driver.
Lane apex here, so we brake deep, turn in, good, and as soon as you do, head straight for this corner.
Safety is really important, and this car, there's a lot of stuff that I've changed out, so I'm kind of nervous about running it for the first time, and I need to mount these harnesses differently, so I'm going to skip the first heat so I can get the car safe before I go out, and then we'll have fun in the second heat. It didn't take long for me to get my harnesses properly mounted, and now that the car is safer, I met up with my instructor and went out on track for the second heat, right behind Ben.
So I got here with a full tank of gas. In one session I used half a tank, and the next session I used the other half the tank, so I have to go fill up now. So it's a 14-gallon tank. We're out there for like 30 minutes, so in about a half hour I'm using approximately like 6.5 gallons or 7 gallons of gas. So I don't know what that factors out to, but it's real bad.
Everything seems a lot scarier when you're actually out on track. I keep going way slower than I need to be. My instructor keeps telling me to go faster, which I guess is a good place to be in. Exhaust dump pipe fell off, so that kind of gave us a scare. So we pulled in and, well, I'm gonna look things over and kind of clean up stuff until the next session. And next session, I'll probably push a little bit more. I feel a little bit more confident now, so we'll see what happens. When it comes to driving faster, experience is what matters most. The more seat time you can get out on track, the faster you'll be, regardless of what mods you have on your car. We've got 4 sessions on day 1 to get our cars out on track and get ourselves familiar with how they handle. It even rained for our last session, but rain is an opportunity to learn how the car handles at slower speeds. So we both took advantage of the situation to learn more. However, tomorrow, we're supposed to get even more weather changes, so we'll see how that pans out. I'm wet. It's wet. It just snowed last night. A couple inches, and it should warm up a little bit today to like 40-something degrees, so the snow should go away. It'll just be wet for a while.
It snowed last night, so there's snow everywhere. There's actually a bunch of just like random trucks and SUVs that people have volunteered to take out onto the track to warm it up. Just try and like get the racing line to move some of the snow and get some of the water off.
Thankfully, the sun came out and dried up the track pretty quickly, but our first session of the day isn't until later. This morning, the track is reserved for NASA Mid-Atlantic Spec E30 racing, and among these E30 drivers is Jack COBETTO, a 16-year-old racing driver who just got his competition license.
Hi, my name is Jack COBETTO. I've been coming to the track since I was born, and it's probably the best thing I've ever done. I started doing my HPDEs when I was 14. I turned 14 October 4th. And then that next weekend, I was out here driving. So that was my first weekend. It's come a long way. So I just got my comp license on Friday. So now I'm an official race car driver. I can go out and spec E30 and race with plenty of national champions and everyone that I've always wanted to be. So
age is certainly not a limiting factor when coming to the track. If you thought track days were just for a bunch of old guys in Corvettes and M3s, Jack is here to prove you wrong. He's way faster than us in a car with at least 100 horsepower or less. Seat time matters far more than modifications. But what if you have seat time and modifications?
I'm Stan Solds. This is a 2004 Ferrari Challenge. I time trial it and run HPD4 in the fiance drives it in HPD2. So any typical weekend, it may get up to 12 sessions a day. My mechanic loves it because he says we're really putting it through its paces. Tracking a Ferrari has been a bucket list of mine for a long time. I've got a 355 1995 Berlinetta that I took on the track, and talking to the mechanic, I said I really want to get it on the track more. He pointed to a challenge car in the shop and said, if you want to do this, you want to do it with that car. So I went out and found one. And so far I think we're putting close to 2,500 miles a year on it between the two of us. I cannot drive the car at its capabilities, put it that way. It is way beyond my capabilities, which is okay. I'm learning.
Even Stan, with his Ferrari Challenge, is humble and learning. And that's the kind of thing you see here at a typical track day. It really doesn't matter what you're driving. It's all about just getting out there and learning how to drive faster. But now that the track is warmed up and our HPDE session is starting again, it's time to go back out and learn more with our cars.
Don't worry about him. Remember, brake deep, brake late, good, turn in, get this apex, and then as soon as you do, open up the wheel. Open it up, open it up.
There's only 3 sessions left in this last day, and we went out as soon as we could to get as much seat time and experience as possible, because it's that seat time that makes us better. Couple little tweaks I had to do to the car, a couple bolts just kind of rattling loose a little bit to tighten down. So I'm emptying my catch can again for the second time. I should have done it before. More space. Yeah, we'll give it one more run, and I think I'm just gonna call it there. No sense in pushing my luck. My car wasn't exactly the best example of a worry-free track car, so I decided to end it a little early on the second day. Ben, however, was finding as many excuses to be out on track as possible. He took a ride with another instructor to learn even more.
When people are like, you don't have enough experience to be in the advanced group, that doesn't mean you're not smart enough, competent enough, or a good enough driver. Some of it is, at the speeds that other people are carrying, you need to be aware that I'm about to get past now. Boom! You know, or so you're not moving over on a higher horsepower car coming at you or causing an incident.
Well, that's it for our first track day here. I think it was a success, even though I didn't get all the runs that I wanted to out, and we both learned a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Ben's car held together better than I expected. It didn't actually permanently break.
NASA put on an awesome event, and this was like super informative. I didn't feel unsafe at any time. They told me about some things when I first got here to fix because they were worried about safety and everything, which is good. I'm glad they did that.
We're gonna do Summit Point in April, and then we'll be out at Hyperfest 2018 in May. I want everybody to come to Hyperfest, and I don't want anybody to not come because they don't think that their car is ready. My car is on totally stock suspension. I upgraded the brake pads, but other than that, stock roll bars, like basically it's just a stock car. So you don't need to have all the modifications that you want done in order to come out to a track day.
And you may think that my car, like I've poured a lot of money and time and effort into making it fast. I'm on blown struts. Like I'm on street 340 treadwear tires. Like I was not prepared either, and I still had a blast.
Right, yeah, so whatever you have, let's bring it out, come track with us, go your speed, learn a lot, and yeah, have a good time.
Honestly, the less modified it is, probably the more fun you're gonna have because you'll get more session.
I got twice as many sessions. I'm surprised you got 4, that's great.
Yeah, me too.
That's really good.